we've noticed that every time somebody has to go to the bathroom or to a different class, they have to, well, they ask the teacher obviously, but then they go over, they have to sign out on the sign-out sheet, and then they have to get a pass to the same exact thing. Look at the clock and kind of crane their necks, clocks are placed weird, and then they have to go over to the teacher, bug them for so they can get a pen and sign it, and then they can leave, only to come back and have to do the whole thing again. Not good. So we came up with this, which is basically just a little computer, and it's got a touch screen, thermal printer, and a barcode scanner. The software needs some polishing off, but we've got the basic prototype down. So how it works basically is we're all given the student ID cards, and it has a barcode on the bottom there. And so since that barcode is same as our lunch number, what we use to buy lunches, we figured why not just have a little database that knows each lunch number to each person, and maybe we can even implement a little black and white portrait, just in case there's substitute teachers or something that don't know the people well. So does anyone want to demonstrate it?
So what we're going to do is there's a barcode scanner on the side here, which will scan your barcode number. The Raspberry Pi recognizes your number when you scan the barcode. So there, I can get it to scan.
Well, there we go. Takes a bit. It won't be finished product-wise, but now.
So it recognized my barcode number with my lunch number, and we have it implemented so it'll read my name on the pass.
Already automatically puts in the time and date, which we should use. So eventually, once we actually get to know what we're doing with the programming language, we would like to get it implemented so it would have one in every classroom, and we would be able to, they would interface across the network. Because as it stands now, if, let's say, someone decides, oh, it's 8:35, I'm going to go vandalize the bathroom stall. So now, if somebody wanted to say, like, oh, well, let's find out who did it, who was out at that time, they're basically handed an enormous stack of sign-up sheets and passes and said, get looking. And that.
So for the case we've got this sitting in, we used a program called Inventor, where you basically draw everything up, and then after you have that all done, you can run it out on a 3D printer. And most of the time, you get the holes right. Sometimes you gotta adjust them a little bit.
That's a prototype. Yeah, they use the Inventor and the 3D printer in Mitch Stetter's classroom. Took all the dimensions online. They looked up all the dimensions for the components and put it together in their mind how they wanted to fit together. And then they built the case, and then once we had all the components, they adjusted a few things and printed the case out. Like you said, some of the holes weren't quite big enough, but they were able to open them up with a file and make it work. And that's part of prototyping. You guys have any questions?
So you designed the case, you designed the software and wrote it to the state that it's in now. You put together at least 5 different district parts?
There's a barcode scanner, the thermal printer, the Raspberry Pi, and the Raspberry Pi touchscreen and adapter card.
Unit. If you were to buy the supplies in bulk, it would probably end up being around $200.